to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Parkodash. Double and honors to the elders at GMS, who's pushing us through with all truth and sincerity. And I wanted to do just a rant on higher gas prices and inflation going through the roof, and I clicked through all these videos. This is my second video, but none of these links were working, so I'm just gonna show you, read here. AP News, key Fed official sees possible rate hikes amid higher gas prices, inflation concerns, and economic concerns grow as gas prices surge, posing risk for GOP. Why high gas prices could trigger the next inflation wave, man. And we're getting close to the point to where all hell is gonna break loose, man, because we see Americans freaking out over the gas prices now. So how much more you can't go into the grocery store and get the food that you want because it's not there, or because it's usually $5 now, it's $8, man. Everything is going up, man, because of the war with Iran. But either way it goes, it all falls into the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's agenda and into the Elise agenda, because the Elise, they're using this to the fullest, man. They're gonna implement this mark of the beast, sooner than later, man. And a lot of Americans, man, they have been living deliciously here in America, and they have been prideful, and they have been carelessly, man, especially these women. They've been living carelessly, man, the amount of pride that these people have, and that the governments and the elites have, man, it just calls for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's judgment, man, because it doesn't make any damn sense, man. How much pride that these people have, man. They think that they can't be touched, but Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai got them like that, so when the fall comes, they're gonna hurt a lot, man. How prideful these people are, man. They think that, especially these you see it everywhere, man. It's just so much pride and so much what's that word, so much not selfishness, but being entitled. That's the word, man. You see so many entitled people on the planet Earth, and it just gets overwhelming, man. Everybody think that they're owed something, man. Everybody think that they owe something, that they're the main character, that they gotta be put in first before everybody, man. And everybody lives in their own fairy tale, man, their own la la land, but sooner or later, man, they're gonna realize, America's gonna realize that America wasn't as great as it was, and it's already starting to realize it. But now people are starting to actually wake up to the government, man, and to the who's, man. They're starting to wake up, man, and not just that they're waking up. They know that they're that some of them sold them out, man. And the only reason, and this is why most of these heathens, they're gonna be put in captivity, and oh well, man. The only reason why they're mad because they didn't get a slice of the pie, man. Which shows you that at the end of the day, man, these heathens don't give a rat's ass about us, man. And the only reason why they're mad at these governors and governments and whatnot, because they didn't get a slice of the pie, man. They're over here struggling just to go to work and fill up their gas tank, man. While the rich get richer, the poor gets poorer, man. This society is so gone, it's so diluted, it's so polluted. They're gonna come after you know, I think they let's look it up. What now they're coming after some law with teas, man. You know, and we've been talking about this, man. Teas attacks. Some law to where you can't. They're gonna take your First Amendment away, your freedom of speech, blah blah blah. And it's just it's cliche at this point, man. Because you know the apostles, starting with the apostles and down, been telling people this, and it's like they don't see it, or do they hear it until it's right in front of them, man. You know, and that's how it's gonna be with the mark of the beast, man. So to hell with these people, man. You know, to hell with them, man. You know, and people